don't have.
Okay. Maybe.
Hi everybody, my name is Rachel and welcome to Roland V Drums Workshop. I can see that there are 5 people here. Anyone drummer here? Any drummer here? Just raise up, say me or whatever. Okay, so today I'll be sharing my experience with Roland V Drums and what I do with it. So, and I'll also be answering some of your questions as well. So during the workshop, during this 1 hour, if you have any questions that you want to ask, you just feel free to comment in the live chat session. Then I will answer you and also answer your questions and answer your doubts, and that's all. So okay, so many people always ask me, whether should I buy acoustic drums or electronic drums. So usually I'll ask them get both. I'll usually ask them to get both, but not many people has this budget to get both. So I'll usually ask them, what is your budget? So if your budget is around, let's say 5,000, right, you can either choose to get an acoustic drums or electronic drums. So an acoustic drums cost around I think around 4,000, including the drum shell and the cymbals. So usually if you go and buy in the music shop, the drum shell and the cymbals are sold separately. So if you want to get everything, like the cymbals, a pretty decent cymbal, drum shell, hardware and everything, so it costs you around 4,000 plus, right? So if as compared to getting electronic drums, say Roland V drums, the most cheapest one is 2,990. Right, but I'll usually recommend them to get a TD07 DMK, which is one model higher than the TD1 DMK. So it is 3,990. So actually it's about the same cost lah. But one thing that people always neglected or never thought about it, that is the soundproof of your room. So if you are getting an acoustic drums, right, then you need to spend extra money to do soundproof renovation in your room. Otherwise, you'll get complained by your neighbors, right? So usually how much does soundproof renovation cost? It will cost you around 5 figure, right? At least 5 figure, 10 or 20,000, I think, at least. So some people may say, oh, I don't need to go for, to do the renovation, I can do the, buy the egg tray or the black color sponge, and I can stick it on the wall and that will do the soundproof job. So actually no, that will only reduce the echo sound in your room, but that doesn't do any soundproof at all. So if you play in the midnight or play in the morning or play anytime, your neighbor will still complain about your drumming, right? Yeah, will still complain about you. So actually I will recommend them to get a V drums, because you just spend 3,990 to get a TD07 DMK, and that's it. You don't have to do any soundproof for your room at all, no need, because it's quiet enough for you to practice 24/7. Right, so if you compare of getting acoustic drums and electronic drums, if you don't want to do soundproof at all, I would recommend you to get V drums lah. Roland electronic drums is called V drums here, V drums. Right, I would recommend you to get V drums because you don't have to spend extra money to do soundproof, right? Okay, so some people, just now I mentioned, some people say, oh, maybe the sponge or the egg tray just stick on the wall can do the soundproof job. You are wrong, because I'm going to show you one video that will prove you wrong, right? So yep. yeah, from outside of the room, you can hear that the drumming volume is still very loud. So actually, you can see from his room that it's all with the black color sponge. So that doesn't do any soundproof job at all. So now you know lah. Just get V drums lah. Easy yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think. Oh, by the way, I have to mention just now the video. It was Martin Yim. He is one of the Malaysia top session drummer. So he plays for big artists like Jolin, Cai Yiling, Hua Chenyu, Zhang Bichen, and many more big artists. So do follow him, Martin Yim, on TikTok and so on. Yeah. So yeah, I've covered whether should you get acoustic drums or electronic drums. So right now, I will let you listen if how loud is the drums, the hitting on the pad sound if I were to switch off the master volume, right? So you can hear roughly how loud it is on hitting the pads. So it's roughly this volume, right? Okay. So yeah, that's it. You get the rough idea of how loud is the pad hitting sound. Okay, so next, hold on. So the next question people will usually ask me is, how is the touching of the V drums? Because they were afraid that some people might have played acoustic drums for a few years, then they are very hesitate to whether to buy a V drums or not, because they scared that the touching feels different. Maybe they might need to change some of their playing in order to adjust to the V drums. But actually, I'll tell you no. What you play on acoustic drums, you just play the same thing on V drums. It's the same. Well, I will share my previous experience and some of my friends' experience with you. My friend actually bought another brand electronic drums, and I asked him whether it's okay or not. It's quite a pretty affordable electronic drums in the market. I guess many of you know what brand is that, or maybe heard of it, but I'm not going to mention what brand is that. So he told me that, okay, the sound is okay, but the trigger has some problem, and the touching also like not so natural. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then from my experience, my previous experience was I bought another electronic drums before, and that was quite a high-end electronic drums that cost me about 20k. Yeah, so I thought it was good. Then until the day I started playing it every day, because I was doing live stream every day playing drums. When I started to play it every day, I realized that the touching is like shit lah for that electronic drums, because even though they claim that their drum skin is 3-ply, all the drum skin here, you can see the white color here, white color drum skin here. It's called mesh heads, right? So V drums uses 3-ply mesh head. 3-ply means 3 layer lah. So the more layer you have, the more natural feel you'll get lah when you're playing. So the previous electronic drums I owned had 3-ply also, 3-ply mesh heads. But I'll tell you, it has too much rebound that it affected my playing. For example, last time I was trying to play the song Misery Business, and there is this very fast 16-stroke thing going on the snare. So I'll show you here. I'll just play a very short part of the song just to show you lah. Okay, let's go. Okay, okay, let's go. Try again. it was that part, the 16 note, 16 note thing going on the snare. So I couldn't play that on my previous electronic drums, and I was like, why? Was it because my skill problem? Because I remember I could play it when I was playing on acoustic drums. Then the next day I went to my studio and tried it on the acoustic drum, and I could play it. So it came to a conclusion that the problem was with the mesh head. It has too much rebound that it affected my playing. I can't play the 60 note thing going on I did just now. So yeah, I didn't know that was a problem until I played it on my previous electronic drum kit. So actually, V-Drums mesh head are the best mesh head that I've tried in the market. So that's my honest opinion. So that's what I can tell you. So yeah, I mean, that's a good thing about V-Drums. And then some of you might say that, oh, you know, if the rebound is, you know, too much for you, then you can adjust the tension. Yes, I could adjust the tension on my previous electronic drum kit, but it affected the trigger. If I make it too loose, right, I mean, if I make it the tension that is suitable for my playing and that feels realistic and natural, but it affected the trigger, some of the lower volume of the stroke couldn't trigger, no sound at all. So I didn't know the trigger and the mesh head tension are related until I met this problem while I was playing on my previous electronic drum kit. Because all the while I've played V-Drums since I think 8 years ago, I didn't met this problem at all, no problem at all. So yeah, when I first got my TD27, just right out of the box, I can just play it, and the tension is just right. I mean, out of the factory itself, the tension and everything is just right already. You don't have to do any adjustment at all. Yeah, but if you want to do adjustment, it's okay lah, right? So yeah, I mean, that's why I like V-Drums, Roland V-Drums. And then, okay, and the triggering part, just now I mentioned, right? The triggering is also very important because if the electronic drums, like other brands' electronic drums, sometimes they will not, like I mentioned, sometimes they will not trigger what you want it to be triggered. Like if I do like, so you can actually hear the tone difference. Like if I hit it soft, hear the difference of the tone. Let me change to one of the, let's say, Studio A, one of its preset. It is very responsive, and the trigger is, you know, very fast and very accurate. So actually there was an experiment. The trigger time of the V-Drums, that means, what is trigger? That means once you hit the drums, it will send signal to the module, and the module will send signal to your headphones or your speaker. So the time of this process is actually the same as when you are playing on the acoustic drums. That means when you are playing on the acoustic drums, once you hit the drums, the moment it's make the sound and transfer to your ear, the time is actually same as the V-Drums one. Yeah, so it is very responsive, and when you're playing on V-Drums, it's just like as if you are playing on acoustic drums, I would say. So yeah, that's why I like V-Drums. Okay, any questions so far? I see that there are 14 people here. Are there any questions? You guys can drop the comment below. Otherwise, I'll just continue, alright? Okay, the next thing is about the sound. Some people, they will ask me, how's the sound of V-Drums? You know, they're afraid that, you know, it might sound, I mean, fake or not real or whatever lah. They have lots of concern. Well, at this moment, I will just play a song for you, and I'll use one of the preset kit, which is pop preset kit, and I'll play the song Butterfly by Digimon. I hope you guys know, I mean, have heard that song before. So I'll play that song and you guys can hear lah. hear how the sound is like. Okay. Okay. So that was very tired. Okay, so that was Butterfly by Digimon. And then what is the entry level kit that you would recommend for redrum? Jack, thanks for your question. I would recommend TD07DMK. That will cost you 3990. So, I mean, wait, let me breathe for a while. Yeah, I will recommend that. I mean, if you don't have that much budget, you can go for TD1 DMK. Yeah, TD1 DMK is 2990. Yeah, but I will usually recommend TD07 DMK. Yeah, maybe I we can write down the model. Yeah, and then okay, so that was butterfly, and I use one of the preset in this module. It's pop preset patch. Yeah. So next, what's next? Okay, some of you may say that, okay, what else can I do with this drum, you know, other than normal acoustic drum sound? Okay, actually there are lots of preset kit in all the Roland modules. So one of it that I like a lot, that is the 808 kit. Not sure whether this sound familiar for you guys. Is it on? Okay, so I'll play a groove and see if you guys can guess what song it is. So it's actually quite a famous song like few years back. So it's like this, huh? You guys know what this song is? Okay, write down your comment. I want to know. If no, then just write no. If yes, just write the song name. Okay, so while I'm waiting for your answer, I will show you what this kit has. I mean the sound. This is the preset 808 kit. So the snare sound like this. Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3, right, the crash, this one, so the rim and the head has different sound, so that means you can you know, assign different sound to each of the rim and the head. Ah, Kylie Wong, you got it right. Yes, Andy, yes, correct. Wow, you guys know. Okay, so let's play this song, right?
PPAP. I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen pineapple apple pen. Pen pineapple apple pen.
Yes, it is PPAP. So actually, I mean, I just decided to play this last night because I feel it's fun, so that I will decide. I mean, I decided to show you guys lah. So actually, I mean, for V drums, like you can do a lot of things other than just, you know, playing the normal acoustic sound. You can explore many things like PPAP because their sound library has a lot of sound in it. So you can have like the normal one, cowbell, the tree chime, the tambourine sound, or you want the timbale sound, or any sound you want. You can also try to find in this module. They have a lot of sound in it. So one of it is this one, the PPAP sound, which is it's from the 80s. Yeah, the 808 kit. Okay, so next. Okay, so I'll show you guys some of the other preset kit sound as well. Like for example, some people maybe jazz kaki. I'm not a jazz kaki anyway, but yeah, I just show some you know, jazz grooves. So on the jazz preset. So this is the jazz preset called jazz. Jazz stands. I'll play this. This is one of the jazz kit, or you can go for, I think a lot of people like metal. Metal, any metal kaki here. So I play some metal double pedal kind of thing. I just show you what sound it has. Right, so you get the idea. So it is one of the preset sound as well in the Roland module. The module that I'm using is actually TD27. Okay. So hi Armin, hi Steve, hi Kylie, hi Andy, hi guys. Welcome. Okay, if you guys have any questions during this 1 hour, you can just leave your comment, and yeah, I'll answer your question. Yeah. Okay, next. Let me drink some water first. Anyone from Instagram? Put up your hand. Just say me. Anyone from Instagram?
We got question. How
Yep.
to do drum cover and recording using the drum?
Oh. Okay, I will answer that question later. Kylie, later. That's my that's one of my content that I'll be sharing later lah. Okay, so Mimi. Oh, hi. Welcome, friend from Instagram. Okay, next. Yeah, beside that, right? Beside those preset kit in Roland module, you can also import your own sound into this module. Like my band song FX4, we had a song that is quite heavy and it's quite electronic sounding song lah. Okay, so that song is called Jia Zhen Ai, and you can find that in YouTube as well. So for this song, I actually found those snare sound, those samples online. I just took it online, and then I just import those sounds into the module itself. Then I can play along with the song because it suits the sound. Because takkan if you play the electronic sounding song, then you use acoustic drums, right? So yeah, I use more electronic sounding patches for this song. So before I start playing, I'll just show you how the sound is like. Use a normal acoustic toms. So the crash is also the normal cymbal sound. Okay, right, so let's get started with my band song. Yeah, so that was the song.
Your mic put out a bit. Your
Pull
mic.
up.
Nearer to your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a song by my band FX4, and yeah, just now I mistriggered this one. Yeah, so okay, so that's what you can do with Roland V drums. You can import your own sound, and you can have your own sound basically. So it's just not acoustic drums. If you want to get, an acoustic drum, if you want to get a cowbell or tree chime or what's this, clap, or what sound do I have here? Or tambourine sound, you need to spend extra money to get those instruments, right? But if you get V drums, everything is in it already. So you just spend the minimum money, then you can get like a lot of sound. Yeah. Hi SSNG, thank you. Yo, 表哥. Hello, Sokong. Hi, welcome guys. Have you ever damaged the skin of V drum? No. They are very durable. You won't damage it. Unless you use a cutter to cut it lah. Otherwise, if you just use a normal drumstick, no, basically no. But let me share my previous experience with you guys. Remember just now I mentioned that I bought another brand electronic drums last time that cost me 20k. Yeah, when I play that drums, right, because I play a lot of rim shot, so means I'll play a lot rim shot here. My previous electronic drums rim shot, the place that I always hit, like this place actually like broke, and it broke a few places already, because once it broke, then I changed the position, then broke. That was the problem that I faced when I played another brand electronic drums. I didn't knew the rim could break. I didn't knew the rubber could break. It was like, wow, I spent so much and it broke. Wow. But for V drums, never happened. While I was playing on cruise, right? I was playing on cruise, it was using TD50. The cruise was using TD50, Roland as well, and it was roughly the same. The same snare. I think all these it was using the smaller pads lah. But I played every day on cruise for 3 hours at least every day for good 8 months. The rim's still good. It is still in good condition, like don't have any break issue or no, nothing. It's still very good and nice. So that's why I like V drum. It's really, really durable. Hello Dave, hi, 欢迎大家. Okay, so next thing what I want to show you guys is besides playing the normal drums, despite using different kind of sound, you can actually play other instruments on V drums as well. Like how? Okay, you can play like timbale. What else do we have here? There are lots of sound. Tom, percussion. Let's go to percussion. Percussion. Yeah, you have bongo. What did I choose this one? Let's say, give me a moment. You can have bongo sound. Sorry. So there are lots of sound in it. I'll just roughly go through some of it to you. You can play many sound, but besides this, I can also play other melodic instrument. Like what? Review already. Okay, so Squid Game, as everybody can see, it was a Korean Netflix, yeah, quite a famous Netflix series lah. I believe all of you also, I think many of you watch it. So, not sure if you guys have watched the video that I did on Instagram. I did that song, and then some comments say, I mean, one of the comments say, "Hey, you're not playing drums, lah." Then I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm not playing drums. I'm playing the melody, man." So, before I start, I'll show you what sound did I put in my drums. So this one, the tom one. So let's start playing the whole thing. Again, again. Yeah, so you can play things like this also. I mean, to me, it's very interesting because other than just the acoustic drums, I can play other sounds. So let's share how I do this on my V drums, right? I just go to my laptop, the Logic Pro, and then I just find a similar sound, the flute sound that is sound very similar to the Squid Game, okay? Then I find those similar sound, and I just play the MIDI keyboard. Then I cut all the samples, and I import all the sample into this module, and then I just assign the sound to each of the tom and the pads, the rim. Yeah, so that's how I do it lah. Wait, let me see the comments. Can we record own sound to put on the drums, and how to install onto V drums into the yes, you can record your own sound into the drums and import into the module and assign to the pad. How to do it? You just use the SD card. You just put all the sound into the SD card with computer lah, of course. You insert the SD card into the computer, then you drag all the files into the SD card, then take out the SD card, then you put into the module, then you just press, then assign to the pads, and that's it. And later I will show you one interesting thing that I did. Okay, any other questions? As long as Rachel hits the skin of the proposed shoe. No lah, I'm hitting very hard, you know, actually. I'm hitting the drums very hard and it won't break. So yeah. Okay, let's go to the thing that I want to show you guys. Okay, just now somebody mentioned whether you can, record your sound, and yes, and other than, recording or stealing those sound online, you can record your own voice also, like how? Okay. Okay, so it's actually my voice. Somebody said that it doesn't sound like me, but actually it's me. Okay, so I recorded my voice, my vocal in my studio, and then I just cut it, and then I just put it into the V drums, and that's it. Yeah, and yeah, beside this, right, if you think that my sound is, quite angry, I can actually change my tone one. Say this one. Change here. I can change my pitch to cuter sounding voice. Like or okay, so yeah, beside doing, beside importing your own sound, you can change the pitch and everything of the sound lah. Change anything you want. You can edit the sound with your own preference. Not only the user sample you can edit, you can edit the internal sound also. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good thing about it. And another feature that I want to show you guys, that is, this module has Bluetooth function. That is, you can just connect your device, any device you have, say iPad or whatever device, phone. Then you just, wait I can see it. So from here, I just switch on this Bluetooth, switch on. Then, yeah, because I paired it yesterday already, so it automatically connect with this. So I can play song from my phone. Okay, then I will show you guys how I play this song. This song is actually a composition I did a few years ago. So it's just a very short song, okay? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so I was playing the song from my device via Bluetooth connection. Okay, so yeah, so that was my song that I did a few years ago. So if you guys notice that actually one pad, right, like each of the pad can layer two sound. For example, the crash here is not only the crash sound. If you notice, it has the whoa sound. It has the growling sound. Right, so you can dub two-layer sound onto one pad. So let's say sometimes if I feel like, the snare, I want to add a clap sound onto my snare to make it more sound colorful. Yeah, I can do it also. So that's one of the feature of V-drums. Hi, Bimbo Snoot. Hi. What model of the V-drums do you own at home or in your studio? I have TD27 KV, which is the same module, but it's not this with the full drum shell. It's the compact one. But the module is the same, which is TD27. Yeah. Is that your sound? Yes, that was my sound. Okay, so let's see. Any questions so far? If you guys have any question, just write down in the comment section, and I will, answer your question. And we've covered so far. Yep. So far we have covered things that I want to do. And next, Kylie asked how to do live stream or drum cover. Actually, very easy. You just get the V drums and also the Roland Go mixer, or I wanted to say GoPro. Go mixer is the older model, or Go Mixer Pro X, which is the latest model. It's a small cube mixer okay. So you just use the cables, connect to the Go Mixer Pro X, and then just use the cable output to your phone. Just plug into your phone and just start recording. Yeah, that's how I do my Instagram short covers. A lot of people thought that I use a camera, but no, I just use my phone only. That's it. I just output from the mixer, Type-C cable, toop, and start recording. That's it. Easy. Still live streaming regularly. No. Great. Thank you, Armin. Does this V drum have an equalizer to change? Yeah, it has a EQ. Hold on, let me change to normal. Let's say normal kit lah. Okay, can you show here? Yeah. Okay. Say the sound is right. So there is this pad EQ. Can you see pad EQ? You can change each of the pad EQ, like say this one. I just simply change lah, okay. Or you can change.
Make sure to turn it on, huh?
Huh?
Turn it on. On the
What?
module on the left. Turn it
Oh,
on.
sorry. Sound like no difference just now. Okay, wait. Let me change other one. Here. Hear the difference? Okay. You can change the master EQ. Where's the master EQ?
Master and then below there got EQ.
Oh yeah, blind already. Yeah, or you can change the master EQ here. Just turn it on, right? Then you can do all the EQ, pad EQ here. Okay, did I answer your question? And then okay, one thing that I want to mention is that Roland V drums, right, is the only electronic drums in the market that is allowed to be used for rock school examination. Rock school is examination board. Yeah. So if you guys heard of rock school before, anyone heard of rock school before? Raise out your hand. So it's a examination board, and usually people use acoustic drums for their exam lah. But V drums is allowed to be used for rock school examination, and that proves that V drum is good enough. I maybe sound like too hard sell here, but I mean it's my honest opinion lah. That's why I choose V drums. Because what you play on acoustic drum, you just use the same method to play on V drums. It doesn't change anything at all. So if you want to do like a, let's say, cross stick. Hold on. If I want to do a cross stick, you just do like how you usually do on acoustic drum. It will automatically sense your palm is on here, on the surface. Yeah, can have the click sound, snare, everything. So yeah, it's very good lah. And then the TD27 has the built-in metronome, click, and also the coaching. This is the metronome, and also has the coaching function as well. I think few months ago, right, there's this Benny Grab launched a metronome app that is very famous among the drummers because it has a quiet count, but actually V drums also got, like long time ago also got. Okay, so let's go through this time check. I think this is very good lah, because sometimes for drummers, especially for those like beginners or even more advanced drummer like me, also not good at timing. So I actually practice with this time check a lot because it allows you to see whether you are ahead of the time or behind the time, right? There's this bar that show you. For example, let's start with the click. 2, 3, go. Oh, my tempo not steady. Yeah. So you can see whether you are ahead or behind of the time. I guess you guys can feel it also, right? When I'm playing with the click. Yeah. So it has a visual bar for you to see whether your timing is good or not, which I think is a very good feature, because sometimes drummer, when they are practicing with the metronome, sometimes they can't hear also, because their hands and their legs are moving, and then they have to listen to the metronome. Sometimes we can't really focus that much lah, especially for the beginners. So the visual bar is very useful. So there's this time check and quiet count. Let's start and see what it is. As you can see, my accuracy not that good. Okay, so you get the rough idea how this drum can improve your timing. Got it? Okay, so now I'm going to save up. Actually, Armin, you can get a TD17 as well. I mean, it has all the features like Bluetooth, like the editing feature. Basically, everything you wanna also can have. It's just that the TD27. What's the difference? What's the difference with TD27 and TD17?
The module is going to be different.
Like what?
The sound is different.
Oh, sound is different.
And TD17 has lesser sound compared to TD27.
Okay.
And also the pads, the snare.
Yeah. In terms of the outlook wise lah, the pads, the snare pad of TD17 is
PDX12 is
you guys can Google it. I also don't know how to describe. It's just different with this, okay? But yeah, basically the TD17 is good enough lah for beginners or more advanced player. It's also good enough. Yeah. Any more question? Is it easy to maintain a Roland V drums? How do you take good care? How to maintain? No need to maintain one. No need to maintain. You just play only. But sometimes if get dusty, you just use a cloth to wipe the dust lah. But for me, I'm very lazy. I use vacuum to me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you don't need to maintain because it doesn't break also. You don't need to buy drum skin or it doesn't break. Yeah, it's very good. Oh, you have TD17 already. Nice. It's time to upgrade to TD27 or TD50. Planning to get a set to play at home. Any promo code? Wow, any promo code? I think I'll get back to you. Can lah. Let me ask Roland. Yeah. Let me ask the boss first, okay? So yeah, any more questions? Thanks for sharing your music and knowledge. Thank you. So since Chinese New Year is coming, then I will end this live stream with a Chinese lion dance rhythm that you all always hear in the mall or wherever during the Chinese New Year, right? So actually this Chinese drum, right, it's not in the module. I recorded it by myself in the studio because there's once my friend is playing the Chinese drum and the lion dance, and he went to my studio, and then I just asked them if they can bring the drum into the recording booth, and I just record the sample lah. So yeah, I did record it and I can play it here. Okay, so just let you guys listen one by one how it sounds. Hold on. Okay. Chinese New Year! Happy New Year, guys! So, yeah! So you can see like what you can do with e-drums, right? So it's not just like normal acoustic drums that it's so boring. You can do a lot of things with this. So it will actually make you more creative lah with the beat drums. I guess that is what every drummers are looking for. It's just, I mean, playing grooves are important as well. I mean, playing good, having a good foundation is important as well. But creativity is also important because it makes you excited and happy. That's what I feel lah. Okay, and how long does it take to set up a V-drum before a show? I'm not sure though. I've never set up before because usually people set up for me. Maybe ask my friend here, how long you guys set up this?
Depending on the model.
Depending on the model. Like this one?
Okay, for VAD 506 it takes around 2 hours and 2 people to help. Unboxing or setup?
Setup lah.
Setup to be lesser than 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Setup is just less than 30 minutes, okay? It's not unboxing. Unboxing is usually longer lah because, you know, normal lah. If you buy things from Shopee also, when you unbox also take longer ma, right? Can we buy directly from Rap Distribution? Yes, can. You can, Damos. Anything else? Okay, I'll check out TD17. Yeah, do check TD17 out. And yeah, I think one last thing I missed out, that is actually many people ask me for session, right? Then I think that's the very important thing for drummer is if you can sight read, that's a plus point for you, especially if you're looking for a professional drumming career. If you want a session for big artists, they will usually give you scores only. Then you just sight read on the stage. Right. So I think having a good theory, music theory foundation is very important. So I will ask you guys to go to a proper music center and take up rock school examination and go for, a proper education journey lah. And that will guide you to a better career, drumming career. Because for my case, recently I have session for the Malay band Exchange. If you guys notice in my Instagram, I session for them, and actually I need to cover a lot of songs, like 10 to 20 songs, and they asked me to session for them like very sudden. Their manager asked me to, hey, can you come to session? I never played with them before, so the manager asked me midnight, can you come session tomorrow in the afternoon? I was like, huh? So sudden? So what I did was I listened to their song and then I just write the score. I write all the song score, like 10 to 20 songs one night, because you can't, for me, I have short memory. I can't remember all the song in a short time. So I just write all the notes down, and then the next day I went to jamming with them, and yeah, the jamming went well. So that's why I want to emphasize is that if you want to go for like a proper professional career in drumming, just take up rock school exam. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? If no, then I will end my live stream here. So. Last song. Okay. Okay, then last song. Let's play Enter Sandman now. Okay, let me drink a water first. Okay. Let's play Metallica. Any Metallica fans here? Okay. The song fade out. Okay, so that's all for today live streaming. And oh, I mean, good luck. Okay, so that's all for today, and thank you so much, guys, for coming. And I'll see you guys in my Instagram. If you guys have any question, you can just DM me or DM rap distribution. Okay, so thank you, guys. Bye bye.